Hey folks, Sharky here. Thanks for being so patient for this video to be out. I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone that wished me a happy birthday and wished me well on the trip. You guys are awesome, and thank you for making this channel awesome as a result. I try my best to make stuff that's either relevant or interesting or fun to do or all of the above, and maybe I work well at it, maybe I don't. I do whatever I can. So this video is, well, an update on the past couple of days, where I went, what happened, and also on future song ideas. So it's going to be a bit of a longer one than usual, but that's just the way it is. That's what I plan on doing for this video at the very least. So on to the bulk of the video itself. Cali was awesome this time of the year. In case some of you didn't know where I went to Cali. I went to mid to lower California to do some oceanography stuff, which was, yeah, you can tell that it was awesome. I can't say that enough. And I'm gonna probably stammer and murmur and act a bit foolish more than usual, but I'm excited. I was excited when I went on the damn trip, and having just got back, it's 3:35 when I'm recording this, just about. Having just got back from the past 4 or 5 days of just incredible, awesome experience, it's hard to put it all into perspective, but it's just like, it has to be done. I have to try and put it into some kind of perspective. So, yeah. Being stuck out here in the desert all the time, even back home, I love home. I love going to my family, and I love being with my family, but it just doesn't compare to going to the ocean and just like being able to be out at sea and just doing everything that you want to do, if that's what you want to do, and that's what I want to do in the future. That's what I will do in the future. I really, really want to do it, and I'm really psyched to do it. This pushes me now more than ever to try and do it. And it means being a marine biologist and being an oceanographer right out at the ocean, right out to sea. Hopefully there will be a sea or ocean in the future to try and study on, because the state of the planet is just really, really messed up. But I'm not complaining so much as telling. Okay, I don't want people to go, oh, shut up, you're not doing anything to really help it out, you're not voting, you're not doing anything to try and help out this plan, just shut up, you have no right to complain. I'm not complaining, I'm just noting. It's getting really, really drastic, folks. Now, I'm not doing this as like an environmental APB, just like help out the planet or whatever, but all I'm saying is, if you can just do whatever you can to try and help out, that'd be really, really appreciated, because it'll help folks like me that are trying to help out this planet, that has been their life goal to try and help out this planet any way that they can. If you can do that, if you can just help us out, that'd be most appreciated. You don't have to do it, I'm not forcing you to do it, but it'd be really, really appreciated. So, back to the matter at hand, which is the trip, which I can't get over my excitement over how the trip was. The very first thing that we did after getting off the bus, which took about 8 hours to get from Dixie, which is the college that I'm at right now, over to where we were going, which was Long Beach. We went to the Long Beach Seaquarium, and we spent a good portion of the day after we got done off the bus just looking around, studying all the different animals of the different ecosystems and different ecologies of Cali and pretty much general seas. When we got there, it was just awesome. I was excited, I was giddy, I pretty much went full on immature, young teenager mode that I usually am when I talk about music, but science makes it even more so. It's just, it was awesome. It was awesome. I want to go back, but I can't go back because it was only this time, but maybe in the future. Maybe I'll be in Oregon or Washington or even Cali again or even New York or Maine or wherever it is that there's an ocean nearby and I can try and help out with all that. But when we got done being at the Seaquarium, which took a good 4 or 5 hours, 6, it was a long time. but I enjoyed every minute of it. When we got done there, me and a good friend of mine who happened to be my lab partner last year and the year before, I think, back in chem lab, because I took a bunch of chem labs before I got to even now with my courses and everything at university. When we went over to try and find some place to eat, we were right next to Bubba Gump's, which, if some of you don't know, Forrest Gump's infamous seafood restaurant chain and boat. That's how best I can explain it. We went over there, and I just don't know why some folks won't go for seafood if they're not allergic to it. I understand if they're completely allergic to it, don't eat it if you're allergic to it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who willingly and forcefully say, seafood, ugh, no, give me something better. No. Fresh seafood is pretty close to, bar none, one of the best and most soulful things you can enjoy. And I know I'm opinionated with a lot of this stuff, but hear me out on this. It may have cost quite a bit more than a typical meal would have at, say, like another restaurant or another seafood place, but understand this is fresh, enjoyable, delectable, succulent seafood that you can't really get much where else. And it's just like, it was worth the price. It cost quite a bit, but it was worth the price. I mean, I'll admit it right now, my family's probably going to be like, how much it costs, but hear me out. For about 25 bucks, you could get this huge seafood platter that had hush puppies, it had fillets, it had shrimp, lots and lots of shrimp. It had chips, which is the fries. British people call it the chips, whatever. It's fries. It had dressings of all kinds. It had seafood of all kinds. I was really tempted to get one of the tropical drinks, but the trip barred alcohol. Sorry. I really would have. Especially it would have been shocking to see them look at my face and go, you old enough to drink alcohol? Yes, I am. Which led to the update on, I turned 22 yesterday. It was a fun birthday, but we'll get to that after I talk about this. It was fun overall. That very first day was so fun and so exciting to be able to do what I want to do in the future and relax and to actually have some work and some play put together, even if I couldn't bring my guitar, because another quote on the trip was no valuables, and the guitar is very valuable, so couldn't bring the guitar on the trip. Sorry. That's why I couldn't do videos. I was very busy with oceanography and having fun. It was awesome. My only regret is that we couldn't do enough on all the days. We couldn't do more than what we were planning out to do because people kept on griping that it took too long, or that we were doing too much, or that they were too tired. And I'm just like, you're really killing my buzz. You're really killing my joy over here. But I understood. Even after a while on this trip, was just like, it's all good and it's all fun, but if we didn't have to do so much work and if we could just relax and we could just play, just all that, and do our own things from time to time, which we pretty much did through the whole trip. We did anything we wanted to, just guidelines to what we need to do. But, yeah. So after that first trip, we stayed at the Best Western, by the way, which was a pretty good hotel. I had a roommate that I was supposed to be slated with, but he went off to be with his, shall we say, his girlfriend, so I understood completely. Be with your loved one, man. Be on this trip, be with your loved one, and be excited, man. It's just, I was fine being by myself because that meant I could catch up on the day's events and could actually remember stuff, you know? It's like, you're too excited to remember some things, but the moment you calm down, you remember them completely, and that's what I was trying to do at the very end. The second day, we went out to Crystal Cove State Park and State Beaches. And the very first thing that we did was we had this tour guide named Winter, a bit of an older lady, but a bit of a very nice older lady, who basically showed us around the park as much as she could because she had other things she had to do at the end, which I don't blame her again, but it was awesome because we were right next to the freaking shore and next to the coast. All you people that grew up with this, I'm not saying that's derogatory or anything, but it's just like, all you people that grew up over here over there and complain that you want to see more stuff. Take it from somebody who only on vacations, rare vacations, like maybe once or twice a year at most, which to a lot of people is like, that's a lot, but I'm noticing the time's wearing down a little bit, so I'm going to try and speed things up. All you people that are just like growing up over there and just complaining, I'm just like, get out of here. You get to grow up at this awesome place? Sign me up. I want to grow up over there, but couldn't grow up in the desert, but whatever. It is what it is. We can't really pick what we grew up with when we're kids. It's all good. So we went to the Crystal Cove State Park, and we were collecting data for quadrants, which some of you don't know, is where you basically put a huge square, about a foot-by-foot square, onto the ground, and you try and see what organisms and what sediment types happen to be on the square that you're on. And that's a pretty good indicator of how the health of the ocean and how the health of the immediate area is. But while we were doing that, we were right next to the freaking ocean. We literally went into the ocean to try and collect our data. Some people fell, some people got sick, motion sickness from the waves crashing down. Some of us, like me, unfortunately wore pants that day because I figured we were just hiking and we weren't right next to the ocean. Dumb me was like, oh, we'll just wear pants then, because we're going to be hiking a bit and we might come across some brush. No brush! Completely close to no hiking. We had to do some hiking, but not a lot. And the bottom of my pants ended up being completely filled with clay and sand and muck, and it's just like, it's worth it. I'll take wet pants on the bottom of my pants, wet pants with clay stuck onto it that I can wash off later, over missing out all of this. And we hiked around, and we went to a lot of places. We saw this oily cave, we called it. This cave that had black all over the place. That was from the magnetite and the tar that was built up over millions and millions and millions of years that drifted along and formed the cave. Yeah, awesome. But the best day of all, par none, was the third day, which was yesterday, on my birthday. We got to go out early in the morning because we had to be there by around 7-ish. Can't really blame it. 7 California time, so 8 back here in Utah. We went off on a research vessel, and we were collecting data on the research vessel. A few people got seasick. I felt really bad for them, I really did, but I was very excited about the fact that we were on the damn ocean. The one place I wanted to be at most, and it was on my birthday, let alone, I know they probably didn't plan it because of that, but probably didn't even know it was my birthday. But everyone on the trip was basically like, happy birthday, Sharky! Woohoo! You're 22! Congratulations, man! Enjoy while it lasts. Not that last part, but it was just like, what a fitting way to end the trip. Was just what I wanted to do the whole entire trip, and what we got to do on the whole entire trip was the very last thing. Being stuck out in the desert over here, wanting to be in the ocean over there, it's just exciting. It's made me feel alive again for the first time in a long time. I'm not saying that I was dead inside over here, because I got to do a bunch of stuff over here that I wanted to do in terms of like my science stuff and everything, but ocean, can't compare. Can't! You can try, but you can't. It was a trip that was awesome and draining in some instances, and energetic and fulfilling and soulful in another instance, and I won't forget it anytime soon. I was excited for it. Right, I'm noticing the time's winding down, so quick update. There will be more actual videos, not these talk videos, but more actual song videos in the immediate future. I plan on doing a cover and an original song. I will get to you when I will actually do them, but for now, we're just going to stick with this. So, thank you very much, folks. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for enjoying my ramblings. Apparently some of you do, and I'll catch back with you later. Keep rocking out as always. Peace!